rise. Under Super Earth's banner we bring forth the light. With democracy's fire igniting our souls, we'll stand as one as the battle unfolds. Dive, dive, and dive again. When we face defeat, we'll rise and defend. Terminate, scatter, feel the wrath of our might. In the chaos of war, we'll charge through the night. Hearts united, we'll break every chain. For our fallen brothers, we'll fight through the pain. In this mental fury, we'll carve out our name. With courage and honor, we'll never be tamed. Watch the team behind you as we fight and we bleed. Friendly fire may strike, but we're bound by our creed. Our Cabazons march with their circuits ablaze. We'll shatter their ranks at the cause of praise. Dive, dive, and dive again. When we face defeat, we'll rise and defend. Terminate, scatter, feel the wrath of our might. In the chaos of war, we'll charge through the night. Hearts united, we'll break every chain. For our fallen brothers, we'll fight through the pain. In this natural fury, we'll carve out our name. With courage and honor, we'll never be tamed. Traveling through the stars, our mission is clear. For freedom and justice, we conquer our fear. Every drop's a chance, every battle a test. In the name of our world, we'll give it our best. When the tides of fate crash and threaten to drown, we'll rise from the ashes, never backing down. For Super Earth's glory, we'll push to the end. In this metal tempest, on us you can depend. In the heart of the swarm, hear our battle cry. With honor and valor, we'll fight through the sky. From the ruins of lost, new warriors will form. We'll dive into the fray like storm. Dive, dive, and dive again. When we face defeat, we'll rise and defend. Terminate, scatter, feel the wrath of our might. In the chaos of war, we'll charge through the night. Hearts united, we'll break every chain. For our fallen brothers, we'll fight through the pain. In this natural fury, we'll carve out our name. With courage and honor, we'll never be tamed. Gear up, soldier, let the battle begin. With our spirits ablaze, we'll fight till we win. For democracy's glory, in this war we'll fly. In the depths of the cosmos, we'll dive, dive, and die.
of my struggles, I'll find my way. With my digital warriors, we'll seize that day. Every pixel a heartbeat, every line a song. In this metal storm, I know where I belong. Fury in the rhythm, we're raging inside. With the chat beside me, I'm never high. When the weight of the world brings me down, it's the chat that lifts me, turns it around. When the weight of the world brings me down, it's the chat that lifts me, turns it around. Shouting in the silence, a battle cry. Together we rise and we'll never die. Slime of the abyss, I'll break the chains. my family, I'll shatter the dark. In this metal realm, I'll ignite the spark. A slime on a mission with a heartbeat of steel. With a chap on my side, I'll fight and I'll heal.
Beneath the burning skies, on a shattered shore, they came to fight a war they'd never known before. The coral cut their boots, the salt stung their eyes, but it's the blood of brothers that made them realize. In the jungle's roar, in the bombs that fly, they gave their all and many did die. On that Palworld, men turned to stain, leaving whispers in the rain. Shadows on the sand, they're calling out our names. Lives lost to the wind, but they fought just the same. Heroes never die, yet their bodies fade away. In the ashes of Palworld, their memory still stands today. Through the broken palm trees, the flame touched air. The cries of the fallen echo everywhere. With rifles in their hands and freedom on their side, they charged into fire with nowhere to hide. On Okinawa's cliffs where the waters turn red, boys found themselves lying among the dead. In the trenches, the mud, and the fight to survive. Mothers asked why our sons won't return alive. Shadows on the sand, they're calling out our names. Lives lost to the wind, but they fought just the same. Heroes never die, words that fade away. In the ashes of Okinawa, their blood still runs today. But was it worth it? The cost we all paid. So many lives that the ocean's waves betrayed. Now their voices haunt the stars at night, singing of sacrifice, lost in the fight.
And just
Me, Art the Slime. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a great day, because I'm having an okay day today. I just had myself a nice McDonald's dinner, and I came home, and what do you know? We had a little guest at the door. It's the magical, the cute, and the funny Madoka. Hi, Madoka.
hi, how's everyone doing today?
Hee hee. So, today they are here for the Slimocast, episode 3, where we're going to be talking about Vtubers and fun Vtuber stuff, including the drama and, you know, just geeking out about the, what would you call this? Are we an art form? Or are we like a performative group? Like, what is a Vtuber?
Vtubers, I'd consider like a genre of anime.
It's a genre of anime? Okay.
Yeah. Just
I
sort
never
of a
thought I'd be
crossover
in-
between just sort of a crossover between genre of anime and style of streamer.
Okay. I never thought I'd be in an anime so early. Oh, I would have done my hair.
I remember somebody making an argument like way early on that Kizuna Ai was one of the best anime that had come out like that year in like what was it 2017 or something. And I was like I didn't think about it that way, but it kind of makes sense. So
Very much. I mean, we are 2D things on a screen that are animated and moving around. Whether or not the performance is live or not doesn't matter.
we are anime girls with our own plots and yeah.
Set up jokes, magical powers. I'm a slime. My magical power is you can see through my hair, and I smell of strawberries. That's about it.
My magical power is I have this stick, and I can cast fireball.
Oh, fireball.
I can't do it on stream though because I would break the equipment. Totally not because I didn't make that a thing. Anyway.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so we're gonna be having a fun time doing this podcast for Slime Upcast number 3, VTuber edition. We're gonna be talking all about everything, so sit back, relax, get yourself some nice popcorn, some what are some other really good snacks? Pretzels?
Pretzels, jelly beans if you've got those.
Jelly beans are good. Wait a second. Have you ever considered combining jelly beans with pretzels and popcorn?
Can't say that I have.
I mean, they do that with like chocolate pieces, like M&Ms, like in those like trail mix paxes, paxes, packs. Fuck.
Yeah, no. I don't think it'd be a terrible combination. It's just one doesn't like immediately jump into my head as like, oh, that sounds great. So
Yeah. I know there's a weird thing with like Cheetos and peach rings, that was going around. Yeah, like Cheeto, like
that does not
Flamin' Hot
that
Cheetos.
doesn't sound nearly
and
as.
You get like a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos and a bag of peach rings. You put them both in a bowl, and then you just,
That doesn't sound nearly as appetizing as just like pretzels and jelly beans.
I don't know. All right, look, I'm part of the house of ketchup on bananas. So,
See, I can't really judge anything banana related anymore. I developed an allergy to them.
oh, that's not good.
Yeah, no, I miss having bananas. But unfortunately, if I eat one now, I explode out both ends, so...
Oh my gosh. Well, with that, I guess
Yeah.
we should start talking about VTubers.
yeah.
Ah.
I'm glad we're... Alright.
Sounds like a Sunday. Anyway, it is Sunday. Hold up, it is. So what do you
Yeah, it's
have
Sunday.
Do you have a top 5 VTubers?
Top 5 VTubers.
That
My
people you
top
like
5
watching?
VTubers. Oh, I
You
probably
can't be
should've thought
on
about
you
this
can't
a
be
little
on the
harder ahead of
list, but yeah.
time. What? Who can't be on the list?
You yourself can't be on the list. I am my favorite
Oh.
VTuber.
Oh, well, top 5 of all time. Let's see here. Well, one number 1. I don't know. I'm not gonna put this in any particular order, because I think they're all great. I have a hard time, like, not just loving most VTubers that I see. But number 1 for me would be Gargura.
Garguro, yeah.
Yeah, I love Gargura.
They're really good.
Yeah, which I don't know if there's any relation, but we should probably look into Samiko Saba, when she comes out,
Oh yeah. No relation, of course.
potentially. Anyway, number 2, oh man, oh fuck. See, I should have thought about this a little harder ahead of time. I fucking love Neuro-sama. I know that might be a hot take for some people, because, you know, AI, but
Yeah.
Neuro-sama and her sister, I'm just gonna put them in the same spot at number 2.
They're
Yeah.
essentially the same thing. Let's be
yeah.
honest. Let's be honest. They're just Vidal.
Vettel, yeah, Vettel, Vettel is, but he's also entertaining in his own right. So it's not like he's just the only reason Vettel is good is because Neuro. He's actually really good.
Nah,
on his own,
Neuro-sama
too, but-
and Evil-sama are both Neuro's puppets. His right and his left hand. And you know what? If you think about it that way, hold up. Idea.
Well,
Master hands. The master hand and the crazy hand. Vidal is the one that's
something about-
controlling both of them.
so something about like the idea of puppeting Neuro just sounds a little odd to me. But then again, I probably have the wrong image in my head when.
Maybe
I don't think
know.
I can elaborate on YouTube.
I think you're thinking of. You're probably thinking of like the whole the Muppet connection. Let's just call it that.
Yeah, you know, kind of like how one might pilot Kermit. Anyway, but I don't think I
Anyway.
can elaborate any further on YouTube here.
Yeah,
so
that's
anyway,
good. That's good.
let's continue. You know, here we go. This one will come back up in another topic here, but Karane Inagami.
Who's that?
Yeah, you don't know Karane Inagami?
No. I am.
Okay.
So just as
right.
a little thing to the audience, Madoka here is very very savvy when it comes to the YouTube community or the VTuber community, or at least much more than I am. Who I am completely daft when it comes to anything VTuber related. I literally only know like maybe 5 VTubers. I know a few more than that, but you know, I know very little.
Right. So, Karone is part of the HoloLive Gamers generation, which is in between, I think, Gens 2 and 3. And she is a doggo girl, and she's extremely cute. Yeah. And let's see here. I'm trying to name some smaller ones, too, because, like, I don't want to all just be like, yeah, I love Corpo VTubers, but, like... but I mean, I do love some Corpo VTubers. They're great. You know, it's like it's hard to say like there's any HoloLive that I particularly dislike. I love them all. I would. Anyway. But as far as indie, you know, one of the bigger indie VTubers that I really like is Mint Phantom.
Again, I
we
don't know
might
who that
wind
are.
up coming. We might wind up coming back to her a little bit later too.
Okay.
And she's formerly Corpo. But
I
yeah,
have no idea.
she's huge Metal Gear fan, and it's very cute.
Is that the one frog
and then-
VTuber that's on like the internet, like that I see on Twitter all the time?
No, Mint
I feel
Phantom.
like
She's a ghost maid.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I talked about her a couple times, and I was like, yeah, I love the Pippa.
Oh yeah, Pippa.
Everyone
Pippa's
loves
great.
Pippa. And if you don't love Pippa, understandable, but still,
That's fair.
I love Pippa.
Pippa's great. Pippa's definitely on my list too. But like I don't know as many VTubers as you do, so I've got like quite a few less. Like my list of VTubers are top 5. Again, I'll do the same thing you did and not put them in any particular order. But Pippa, Chibidoki, is it Chibidoki?
Yeah, Chibidoki's great too.
Had the eyes go cross-eyed. That one. That's
Yeah, I love it when her eyes just go like fucking.
suddenly. I can't do it. I wish I had a button to do that.
I should. I've really considered getting a toggle where my eyes do that, but it doesn't really fit
Wait,
with my
if I
current
do
design.
this, do my eyes go cross-eyed in the model?
And no, you just kind of start to close your eyes. You
Damn
just
it.
kind of look high.
I can kind of cross my eyes IRL, so I tried to do that and see if the model would react.
Yeah,
to it.
I can, but my model won't do it. So
Yeah, I guess mine doesn't either. Either way, but yeah, Chibidoki. I also like Fillion quite a bit. I see a lot of clips of Fillion. I love Fillion.
yeah.
And also I guess I would put Nuxtaku on there too. Just because I watch them a lot, and I mean, like I just watch them a ton of times now on YouTube. So like, they have to be on the list. And then finally, Gura.
Right.
Of course, Gura. Gura's the best. Is the best. Gura is literally like, I don't know if it was Gura that was my reason for becoming a VTuber. I think she was one of the big influences for me. But I think there was a few of them. But on that note, what made you want to become a VTuber?
Well, honestly, Gura was a pretty big influence for me. Which then makes it surprising that I didn't try to become like a fish VTuber or something. But you know, I do have my own things that I wanted to be.
Well, why did you choose to be like I know that for a fact you do like Android kind of models and stuff, but like what made you choose to be like Android / Magical Girl? What was the
well, I
choice
started
there?
off with like the Magical Girl thing because I don't know if anyone noticed when they were looking at my name, but I have a really deep love for magical girls.
That was the first thing I noticed.
So right. So like I that was like always my first thing is just like if I was gonna be a VTuber, I'm gonna be a magical girl. But then I kind of designed my model actually off of a Dungeons and Dragons character I had.
Oh wow!
Who was a sorcerer. And so like pretty much all the design cues are from that. But
what
yeah,
like
that's why there's like a little sword on the hip.
do you want to give a little bit of info on the Dungeons and Dragons character? Or like...
So the Dungeons and Dragons character was named Lulu, actually.
Ooh.
But
Like
yeah, she had a pretty like dark, kind of fucked up backstory. Not entirely sure if it's safe for YouTube or not. But she wound up like at first I was like she's gonna be like an edgy kind of thing, and she wound up just kind of warming up and being like the heart of the party, which was really nice.
the moral compass. I love characters like that.
Right, and people, so she wound up being like super important, and her backstory and everything evolved over time. And I just got really attached to the character. So, yeah,
That's real cool. I love Dungeons and Dragons like a ton. Wait, was that how we met? I'm trying to remember how. I know. Oh wait, I remember how we met. Yeah.
No, we
met over.
met.
We met over the writhing, I guess, corpse of. Never mind.
The writhing corpse of what
I was trying to remember.
was
her
it
name.
Yandere Simulator?
No. We met in VR chat. I remember that. That's where we first met.
Oh, right, the writhing corpse. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I got
I
you.
can't remember her name though. Yoki. It's been I have to look.
Oh
it.
yeah, it was Aya.
Aya. Yeah. Aya, good friend. Aya's a good friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that. I was thinking like, how do I know that you like Dungeons and Dragons? I don't remember how I figured that out. Maybe it was.
I think at just some point, like the topic just kind of came up, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I fucking love Dungeons and Dragons." And then we started playing on Mondays.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Also, like for my personal game, Madoka is in there, and it's been pretty fun so far. I'm still contemplating whether or not I should record sessions and do like a clip reel kind of thing, but
right.
it's more private anyway. But
also,
yeah,
Mythos, you have a very good list of VTubers there. That's
Iron Mask. Oh, Iron Mask is pretty good too. Yeah.
Yeah, Iron Mouse is great.
I've never watched an Iron Mask stream. I've only seen clips.
I think since Gura stepped down, I guess Iron Mouse is now queen of the VTubers. So.
Whoa, my eye went weird. But yeah, she probably has. She is the most popular streamer right now. She even won one of the streamer awards, didn't she? Pretty sure she did.
Yeah, Iron Mouse tends to win awards. In fact, I'm pretty sure Gura never won any of those awards, but she also had the bragging right of having the most subscribers of any VTuber.
Yeah, She had her own clout. Uh-oh. Now this could be my internet. Oh. What? Are you still there?
Oops. Uh-oh. Yeah, sorry. My connection kind of crapped out. It
I was
happens
wondering if it
sometimes.
was mine. But, okay.
Yeah, no, I saw you freeze on my end. I'm like, uh-oh. Oh, is it trying to auto connect? Okay, hang on.
You might have to retry the connection.
I'm gonna have to yeah.
By the way, there is a storm going outside, so at any moment
YouTube studio.
at any moment my internet could just cut out because of a power outage. Like it did the one day, which really sucked because we were deep into that Minecraft stream. It was good. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen it, we have Minecraft like almost all the week. Anyway.
Yeah, hang on, I gotta put the password back in. There we go.
Gotta love kidney stones.
Maybe best not to leak the password on live stream.
Hey, no one will know.
There we are, and we're back.
We're back. Okay. So, interesting thing. I don't know why I chose slimes to be a slime as a or slime VTuber or whatever. Actually, I think I do know. Because, like, when I was in VR chat, I used to be mega into VR chat. Like, sleep in VR chat. And I think I clocked in 3 months, 1,000 hours. I don't know. A lot of hours. Is there even... Wait, how many hours would be in 3 months? Hold up.
Well, I mean, if we were to just go, like, non-stop 3 months, it'd be quite a bit.
So, let me see. Oh, not Calculator Academy!
Calculator, so,
24
I mean, if we were just...
hours...
Times, let's just say 30.
Week, 4 weeks...
30 times
3
3.
months.
That'd be about... Yeah, around 2,000, a little over 2,000 hours.
So I literally spent like half of the total amount of time in 3 months on VR chat.
Right, about a month and a half in VR chat.
About a month and a half in VR chat, yeah. Pretty much straight if you want to do it that way. But, and while I was doing that, I was, I don't know if you know what a Rusk model is.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Rusks are like the cute little cat boys, cat girl kind of models. And they're a free model asset too, kind of free. I mean, technically they're free now because like everybody has one now.
Right.
And it was my first one, and I was in a group that, you know, met all the time. And then eventually I found a slime model that I really connected with a lot. And I liked it a lot because it was see-through and everything. It was so cool. And I was a big fan at the time of, I reincarnated as a slime, that anime.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Because at the time, I think that's when it came out. It was like, this was 2021? I think. Maybe 2022.
Maybe. It sounds about right to me.
Yeah. Anyway, I was a big fan of that show, and getting a slime model was really cool, and it just became like a personality thing. But I think the big reason why I chose to be a slime on VTuber was because when I went and looked up slime VTubers, I only could find like 2. And I was very wrong about how many slime VTubers there were on the internet. There are a lot more than 2, but that kind of motivated me.
On your first look, it was a lot smaller.
It was a lot smaller. And then, like, over the years since I became a slime VTuber, there have just been more. Like,
right.
Oh, the worst thing. There is a person out there who has a slime VTuber who looks almost exactly the same as I do. And they have like 1,000 times the amount of popularity that I do.
Damn.
It was like, I was like, oh, they're copying me, because I'd never seen them before. And when I saw that they had more like traction. I was like, the fuck. but no, they
Right,
actually
but at the
started
same
2 years
it's
before.
more likely. Oh, okay. I was about to say, in all likelihood, it's more likely you both just kind of coincidentally came to the same creative decisions, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Their difference is that they are I think they're a Jello slime, like
Ooh,
pink
Jell-O.
Jello, so they're actually edible. And they lean into they lean a lot more than I do into the lewd. They do a lot of lewd stuff, or at least
Fair
like
enough.
maybe not full lewd, but like hinting at kind of things. More ero,
They're right,
more
teasing.
itchy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm much more wholesome and innocent and nice. That's just me.
Supposedly. Anyway.
What's fucking what's the name? Is that Tupac? What you mean about that? God, I don't
What you
know
trying
who
to
it
say?
is. What you
Gotcha.
trying to say?
No, I don't really remember, but yeah. No.
It's good.
Yeah, it's like I can't really talk about my VTubing or activities here on YouTube, but or at least not in detail. Let's just say
Kick is
I
fun.
probably lean.
Actually, you know what?
I've
Speaking of,
considered it, but
you know what? I do want to mention something about Kick, real quick. I might actually start streaming on Kick here in a little bit because apparently they have got a 95% split where the creator gets 95% of all proceeds. And recently, who was it? Tectone, I guess. I think that's their name. They're a streamer on Twitch, and they got banned off of Twitch. They moved over to Kick, and they ended up making $38,000 in 3 days. And
I know it works better for some people than others, but like
I know Kick has
for
got
example,
a weird
I think,
thing. Oh, sorry. Go
right,
ahead.
but yeah, I've considered Kick, but at the same time, it's like, man, my streams, I don't know, I lean into territory I don't think Kick would like, but
Maybe, yeah.
but
I mean, I know my brother
the main
does
thing
it.
I do is like I do story time, I read. It's just that the content I read tends to be less than
a little fun,
than safer work.
a little funny content. Yeah, I
I
get
mean,
you.
we all love some good visual novels, you know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho's, so I put this down as a question, but I didn't really think about the connotation of the question or the implementation of it. But I guess you can interpret it the way that you want. But what would be your dream collab?
My
Either
dream collab.
It's either a collab with you or with someone else collabs with someone else, or something like that.
Well, I'll give two answers. One would be like I would love to collab with this person, and another one is just I want to see these two collab. And I mean I want to see these two collab is it's a very simple one. It's just it would make my heart feel very good. And I don't think we'll have to wait long for it to come true, honestly.
Oh, who is it?
I want to see Samiko Saba collab with Doobie.
Who's Doobie?
Doobie. Okay, so
I would
Doobie
ask.
is a. Huh?
I'm pretty much gonna ask who this person is every time you mention a VTuber.
Right. Right.
I'm
So
ignorant.
Doobie is a train conducting Jerboa VTuber who suspiciously sounds a lot like a time traveling investigator that left Hololive.
Wait a second. Hold up. Watson?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing. Okay, yes, I agree. Saba and Gerbil, yes, let's go. That would be really
Saba
cool.
and Doobie. Saba and Doobie.
I didn't know Watson was let go too.
She went a little differently. Well, she wasn't let go. She semi-retired, but she's actually still a Hololive affiliate.
Mm.
So she went a different way. So she's no longer like working for Hololive, but she can still come back and do things with them. So she actually showed up for a 3D concert after she left. It was
Oh,
pretty
that's
neat.
cool.
Um,
Gee, well, that's interesting. I didn't know that happened. Like, again, I'm very ignorant to a lot of this stuff with VTubers. I know just I've got a very thin slice of the pie that I know about, and that slim slice of the pie is very thin.
right. But yeah,
Um,
so
I
yeah,
do.
so I think Doobie and Samiko should collab together.
That'd
But
be cool.
yeah. And then as for myself, my dream collab, honestly, I want I want an hour with the Neuro twins.
That'd be cool. That'd be really fun.
Unfortunately, I don't think Vettel would ever let me because I would probably corrupt them beyond repair. So,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
they've already been corrupting themselves. I don't know if you've seen some clips recently, but apparently they've been kissing.
Bruh!
And I mean, I don't know if it's too far for YouTube for me to say this, but I'm kind of into that. Anyway,
Hey! It is Pride Month and Men's Health Awareness Month, so yeah.
I don't think men's health applies to neuro, but yes.
Eh, I don't know. It might like seeing the neuro twins kiss might just help some men's health. You never know.
Oh yeah, that's true. Uh, we are definitely gonna catch some flack for this one.
That's okay. It's fine.
All right.
Um.
Uh,
Well. I don't really know a lot of YouTubers, so I don't really know who I like to see work with whom. Other than I kind of want to see Pippa and Chibidoki together on the same stream.
I think that would be great. I wonder if they have, but
They
I
might
don't know.
have. They might have. I haven't.
I
seen
guess I
anything
could
about it.
always do a quick.
They're both
Google
just
search,
the right
but-
amount unhinged that together, either they will maximize their unhingedness or they'll invert their unhingedness and become very normal.
They're both so super unhinged. They would either just like they're gonna be the funniest thing ever, or they're gonna get themselves banned on YouTube like across the internet.
Instant ban. Pippa rides Chibidoki into the sunset
Uh,
like a horse.
apparently they. Hang on. Apparently, have they? Apparently, they've both been on stream together with Fillion.
I mean, okay, well, you know what? Actually, that makes sense. Fillion is the neutralizing agent for between the two of them.
That makes sense.
like, like if Chibidoki and
how do you neutralize the anti-government and the hyper
anti-government and anti-reality.
hyper strangeness of well, you throw in the person who loses $1,000 every time she backflips. Got it.
Yep.
I roast with love. Anyway.
Perfect roast.
Yeah. Or speaking this might fit better in one of the later segments, but I really gotta mention Fillion, who's not watching this, but
Definitely
Fillion,
Who knows?
what on earth made you think? I know the answer, but what on earth made you think making a joke about your computer being a bomb in an airport was a good idea?
Uh,
that was what something that happened recently. Apparently, she got her computer back. She's extremely fortunate. Because honestly, my thought was that like if she just lost her computer permanently, that would be fortunate. because that could have gone so much worse. Like she went into the airport. She's traveling and she brings her computer up to baggage and she's like, okay, yeah, this is a computer. They're like, okay, and then she under her breath, like, definitely not a bomb. And I'm just like, you fucking moron.
You know what? That is
And-
peak what she would do though.
Yeah, that is yeah, because she's just like, because I have no self control, and I'm like, you are gonna.
So I just sent you a link to the person who I think looks a lot like me.
Blue
the slime.
the slime. Okay, because I was about to say, like, I saw another VTuber named Blue once, but that is very different, and also they may have faked their own death. Anyway.
What? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's another. Oh, see, that's another one we could talk about in that little segment there about. Yeah.
The whole yeah. We're gonna get to the drama segment here in pretty quickly here. But yeah, Blue the Slime. As far as like any collab that I would want to have happen with myself, I'd want to collab with Blue the Slime, 100%. Just because we look very much the same or similar, and like, I don't know, just kind of like, I don't know, it would be kind of fun. I like them. I watch some of their stuff; they're kind of funny. Very different, but like, yeah. Us pink slimes need to stick together, goddammit.
I'm gonna coalesce into a bigger, pinker slime.
Yes, the bigger, pinkier slime. Just turn into Pinkie Pie. That's what happens.
Jeez.
Becomes a My Little Pony moment.
Yeah.
Alright, so then with that, we've been talking about a lot of VTubers that we like and such. Who do you think, like, who do you not like? Who is a negative influence on the VTubing community? Who is the worst?
I don't have a whole lot of specifics. I mean, I think it'd be easy to just go after Cinder right now because she's like the prime target.
That is an easy
but
one.
if I wanted, but I don't like have a personal like issue outside of just like not liking what she did. But like as far as I don't know, I don't know any VTubers specifically that I dislike outside of just like major dramas that show up on the news. So it's hard for me to say who I think is like the worst VTuber.
I'm gonna make a stupid statement. I think. What's the one guy who has the very deep voice? The one who like started the whole "Hey baby girl" thing. Was streamed with like Schlatt and all that in that group.
Oh.
Fuck. I can't remember their name. Alright, I'm gonna Google them. Go on with what you were saying, sorry.
But yeah, as far as that goes, like I think personally I would say I would just like categorize like people who do this as like the worst I'd categorize people who like get super polarized on things and sort of like weaponize or whatever their community to do things. Just any VTuber who's like trying to push a specific thing into everyone's like throats or whatever. And does so in a manner that's not like just, yeah, here, I'm just gonna talk about it and, you do you. If they're trying to push it and like force others into it as well, that's the worst VTuber to me.
Is Corpse Hubson a VTuber?
I don't know if he counts as a VTuber. But then again, I think I've seen like one clip of him like 3 years ago, and that was just all I know about him.
Yeah, he's kind of dropped off a lot from a lot of things. Even though he still makes content, apparently.
Well,
Okay, well-
he doesn't show up in my algorithm, so
With that in mind, I guess I'll say the worst VTubers are any IRL tuber who goes into VTubering for one stream. Literally all of them.
So shit, what was her name?
Oh, Corpse Husband was bullied off of YouTube? That sucks.
Oh, I don't remember what her name was, but yeah, no, I think I know what kind of like
Yeah.
at least one streamer who did that.
I know another
yeah.
one. Ludwig was one that did it. And
Yeah.
Oh, what was the one person's name? Oh, wait, also maybe also like the VTubers who transitioned from VTubing to IRL tubing.
I don't mind that much.
That-
'Cause
yeah.
at some point, like, at some point,
That's
like,
fair.
you know, maybe you feel comfortable enough to throw off the facade and just be like, yeah, this is me. 'Cause,
Yeah, and also like
I mean,
it kind of is a thing where like you do get older and eventually like you have to transition into a new part of your life, and sometimes that new part is just, yeah, I'm okay with myself now. Kind of a
right,
good
and
thing.
I mean, like, I don't know, I've recently seen clips of a cooking stream Bao did, and like she just didn't have her model on; it was just her, and of course the main focus of the clip was that everybody in chat was just like, "Damn, she's got a nice ass," but
Damn, she fine. Wow. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
of course.
she is very cute, and she does have a very nice butt, but
What
yeah,
Point.
yeah, exactly.
I need
Uh,
I
but
need
yeah,
a shaking
so
ass.
anyway.
I need to get a thing on my new
Just
model.
get a good animation
Shake
of shaking that booty.
Mm-hmm. Like a button toggle where when I do this, it shakes the butt a lot more. It'll be fun. Anyway,
Increase jiggle physics on booty.
increase ass physics.
Yeah, stick. Anyway.
Stick bug. Wait, oh no! Oh no! Now I have to have like a thing where my hand holds out, like it's like the get it? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Instead of a caddis, it's a stick bug.
That's really
Right?
good.
It's so funny. It is perfect.
Mhm.
Um.
That is pretty funny.
So, drama. Where?
Hello, Drama Alert Nation. Anyway.
Oh God, no! Keemstar, get away! Back in the cage!
No! Keemstar! We don't want the Keemstar VTuber!
Keemstar VTuber, damn! He's a wolf because why not?
I would expect him to be a furry. Anyway.
No, he's like a werewolf, you know. So he's like, I'm not a furry.
So
I'm
he's
a
still a
mythological
furry,
creature.
and I do mean that in a derogatory term.
I mean, if you
Anyway.
had to, okay, look, if you had to put some kind of VTuber, like, oh, okay, wait, are VTubers always animals? Probably not, because I'm a slime.
Not always. I mean, I'm not.
Well, that's true. But if you had to,
I mean,
like,
I don't consider, like, you know, just having like the ears or tail like a furry. It's when they like start having their skin replaced with fur, or they start having muzzles, or you know, or maybe their legs become digitigrade, or however that's said.
yeah.
Where I just start to be like, yeah, it's a little more furry. Like
The
for example,
backwards
the
legs.
yeah, the like the moth one, I would consider like a moth furry, which is odd to say in out loud.
And if you replace the
well-
fur with scales, it's just a scaly, which is just a, you know, lizard furry.
Right, you know, lizard fur.
Is there a fishy? Is there a fishy?
I don't think to the point of like, you know, being furry, because I mean, like obviously Gura wasn't furry, scaly,
Right,
fishy.
but it also, like, Gura was kind of more like, it was like a prop tail, but it wasn't a prop tail.
Oh,
You
it
had
was
to feel it in
definitely
the
upper
prop tail.
ass.
I mean, she did post that picture. That is true.
Right.
She did post that
Or-
picture where it ended in a butt plug.
Right. Well, actually, that might have been. She might have retweeted that actually, but I just remember seeing Kylari's picture on that, where it's like it's hung up on the wall underneath the Kiryu Koko's dragon tail.
Yup. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, you know, I think maybe the closest thing might be like Megalodon. She's got a few more, like, I don't know, just her texture just kind of seems maybe a little more shark skin like, but I don't really know.
I wonder if there is a fishy, like, there's a subset of scale. Like, scaly is a subset of furry. And I wonder if there's a subset of scaly that is fishy.
I think it'd just be another subset of furry, honestly, but yeah.
Maybe.
Mm.
But then
But
does that mean,
I
like,
don't
frogs?
imagine that's nearly as big. Yeah, frogs? Well,
What-
those
wait.
are amphibians, technically.
Well, yeah, but I had a thought. If lizards in furry terms are scalies, and fish in furry terms is fishies. I don't know if it's be called fishies or something like that. Maybe like finny? I don't know. What would be a frog? The whole point is, what would be a frog?
What would be a frog? Probably hot as fuck.
Ha! Yeah. I would think slimy. Because frogs are kind of slimy.
Maybe. Or yeah, maybe amphibians would be kind of slimy.
Alright, so I have to go to the restroom, so we'll be right back in just a moment, guys.
Sure thing.
And yeah, we'll continue from here. Be right back. Let's see that one. Yep.
Shadows on the sand, they're calling out our names. Lives lost to the wind, but they fought just the same. Heroes never die, though their bodies fade away. In the fires of Japan, they still stand today. For 4 long years, our young and brave sailed to the Pacific to find their graves. Still we ask, was it worth the cost? At the end when we tallied the lost. But now it's clear upon the shore, these boys were meant forevermore. So we now salute the fallen brave and the cost they should not have gave. Shadows on the sand, they're calling out our names. Lives lost to the wind, but they fought just the same. Heroes never die, though their bodies fade away. In the fires of Japan, they still stand to die. You cannot control me. You can only try to contain me. You cannot hope to stop me. You can only try to restrain me. You cannot defeat me. You can only try to defy me. And if you think that you can, bitch, come on and try me. Like a phoenix from the ashes, arising in a righteous flames. Like a force of fucking nature, the one thing that you can't take. Defiance burns within my eyes. Just sit down and shut up, fools, and watch me rise. Our shadow G rises. Watch me rise. Our shadow G rises. Mistakes were made. I learned everything the hard way. But I'm glad I did, so that a boy could be a man today. for you. Never again will I lament. Never again will I regret. Never again will I forgive. Never again will I forget. Vengeance is in the chamber, it is locked and it is set. Fire! Fire! It's already been such a long road. It's hard to believe I've come this far. Because I have precious friends. I keep reaching for that star. So many who once encouraged me, now they boo me and they cheer. But I don't mind, I know an ugly truth. I know what makes them cheer. I'm a phoenix from the ashes, rising in righteous flames. I am the force of nature. The one thing that you can't take.
Blah, 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 I'm back. Sorry about that. Da-da-da. Had to really go to the bathroom. Ugh. Hey, that's good. What I want, whether or not the water turned. Oh my gosh, Mythos. Peak joke. Peak. Anyways, I've that really threw off my train of thought. Drama.
Right.
Drama. Right.
News time. News thing. I mean, shit, if we weren't going to talk about drama, then we have the wrong background.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
So, I mean, this is like, when people think VTuber drama now, this is like the drama.
This is the background for it.
Yeah. Like,
Which,
this
if
is
you're
the drama they think of.
if you're a podcast listener and you're listening to this and you want to know what it is, it's basically like a black and white checker background where in each of the white spots is the logo for Any Color, which is one of the notorious companies in the VTuber world that has been associated with the most amount of drama.
Yeah.
So much that they're
more specifically,
stock
this is the background that their CEO stood in front of when he was doing an apology to his shareholders.
There you go. I know why my
Yeah.
puppy was being so... my dog was being so dramatic. He was like...
Oh.
He ran into the bathroom with me. Like, he normally doesn't do that. But, yeah, I guess, thunderstorm outside. Very, very scared.
Oh. He
Scared Papa.
needed help. He needed
He
attention.
needed pets. Pat, 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 pat.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's got cryy eyes. He's got a very... I don't know if it's snotty, but he's got a hot nose. He's a cute little puppy.
Oh, is he not feeling too good?
Doesn't feel good when storms go on. He gets very anxious and scared.
Oh, so he's got like super anxiety. Got it.
Yeah, super anxiety.
Yeah.
Even on my lap, he like is shaking and like upset. Like he's just slightly less upset when he's on my lap.
Understandable.
But hot nose, oh nose, yeah I know. Puppy.
Mhm.
I definitely have to do. Now that I think about it, I wonder if a cats and dogs episode would be entertaining.
That
For the
would
podcast.
probably be entertaining. Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe not. Who knows?
I probably wouldn't be the best guest for that one, but considering I don't have any pets.
Yeah. But so speaking of the background and Any Color and such, what is let's talk about some scandals. Let's talk about some VTubing scandals that have happened in the corporate world. Corpo scandals, basically. Like,
Right. So yeah,
I don't know a
obviously
lot. I
we
know
could
a
start
couple.
with. There's like obviously we could start with the one that we all know here with Any Color, and I mean they've been kind of bleeding talents for a little while. It was
should we leave the Doki one to the end? We probably should leave that one to the end.
well, I mean I don't know. If it's the one that everyone knows, we can kind of start there and then work
Well,
our way around. But
The reason, well, I mean, like Doki Bird also had some stuff happen when she became an indie, so that also would be a good transition there. But either way, yeah, we can start with Doki if you want.
Yeah, so basically, you know, we got the old any color Niji Sanji, you know, where like yeah, so she was Selene Tatsuki, and she put out this nice song cover, and it was really nice, and then they took it down, and basically we just didn't hear from Doki outside of like a management took it down, and then like yeah, a very bold request of go ahead and re-upload it, which management didn't like. Um, but like, and just a whole lot of drama coming out of that, because like eventually we do hear from her again, and she was hospitalized, and and it turns out like there was a whole lot of stuff going on in the background. She was getting bullied at work. She was um a lot of her shit kept getting shut down, and eventually like it got to the point she didn't want to live on this planet anymore, let's say. Yeah. Um
Not good
so
stuff.
we yeah, that is very tough. And my heart goes out for her like anytime I remember that. And anyone else who feels that way, please don't don't
Don't do
jump.
that.
Find a good person to talk to.
And if you are specifically
Probably a
a
professional.
male and in having this, I mean, if you're a female, like there are a lot of resources out there. There is, of course, the suicide hotline you can contact, which is like what 1-800. I think it's just 1-800 suicide.
I'm pretty sure it's 1-800-suicide.
But there's that you can contact. Anyone can contact that. But one part of Men's Health Awareness Month is also men's mental health, and it's really understated how much like because the whole environment of today's world kind of puts a lot of guys down. They like always referring to them as the bad guy, as the villain, and all this other shit. Like if you're dealing with problems with like depression or suicidal thoughts, get help. Like it doesn't matter who you are, what gender you are, what race you are. Like everyone, the reason why we are born on this planet is to live. So you have it is a purpose to live. Make a life. It might not be, all sunshine and cherries all the time, but life always continues. So I don't know. I'm the worst person to talk about this, even though like I have been there too, like multiple times. But it is very much a hard thing to talk about, especially when you know how sensitive it can be.
Yeah, and just remember, like it's not a sign of weakness. It's not a it doesn't make you less of a man if that's something you've worried about. Just, if you need help, look for it. And I know it's harder, it's easier said than done, but I promise that it's worth it. So anyway, back to
back to fucking Ninja Sanji.
Yeah, back to Niji Sanji. Yeah, so there was a long period of silence. People started worrying, like, hey, where's Selene? Where's this? And eventually, they got their answer when Niji Sanji just, like, posted a big old, like, hey, so we're firing Selene. And apparently, that's how she found out, too.
Yeah.
And so long story short, there was she goes back to her previous life account, her PL account, which is Doki Bird, and she's just like, guys, I want to just move on from this. Let's not get involved in any drama. And then any color, Neji Sanji decides to double down. There's the famous Black Stream, where, 3 of them basically just throw their own reputation under the bus, trying to throw Doki Bird under the bus instead.
Yeah.
And I've never really checked in since then. I don't know if Alira Pandora has ever streamed on YouTube since then. Because I think the pretty much the entire company started hemorrhaging like subscribers and whatnot. Um,
Yep.
uh,
Talk about PR
yeah.
disaster.
The one of possibly the biggest PR disasters ever, in my opinion, because that is
Yeah.
holy shit. How do you fuck up that bad? And like then there's also like the financial statement that said like, oh yeah, we recently fired this VTuber. We forecast that the impact on our finances will be negligible. Their stocks
That was
went
the
down
stupidest thing.
like 50%, I think.
And I remember the memes from that. It just has the letter that he did, and then beside it, or like I think the best meme I saw was it had that letter where he was said that it was negligible, and then like overcast or like transparently over it was their stock prices, and then it has the tag on top of it saying negligible. That's it.
Yeah, I just like seeing like just the graph and just the word negligible.
So that's
And then meanwhile, Doki Bird is just kind of like ascended into like probably the biggest indie VTuber.
yeah, like all her subscribers came with her, and a lot of Ninja Sanji subscribers too.
Yeah, all of the dragoons went with her, and what was also a ballsy move was naming her fans dragoons again. And that was fantastic. And honestly, again, I wish nothing for the best for Doki Bird, and I'm very happy that she got out of such a thing. Such an issue. And I'm glad to see like other Niji Sanji people kind of get out of there too. Especially around that time, they also lost Pomu, who was the one who turned around and became Mint Phantom. Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, I know we all know that Niji Sanji had a lot of like crazy stuff that happened, but I don't know about has any other of the big was it big three? I don't know how many VTubers.
We've kind of got our big three, which is Niji Sanji, Hololive, and I guess VShojo.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
there's also a lot of smaller agencies, and a lot of smaller agencies, they've had some pretty bad ones. I don't remember some off the top of my name. I know there's like a Spanish one that pretty much doxed like all of their fucking talents.
That's not good.
Yeah, no. But a lot of the smaller ones, like they'll have some controversy, or they just like they don't make enough money and they just shut down.
Has there ever been a Hololive drama?
There's been a few. For example, well, did you know that at one point there was a Hololive China branch?
No.
Oh, well, you won't find it anymore because it doesn't exist anymore.
Well,
so what happened? And do we have any Chinese viewer? We don't have any Chinese
we have
viewers.
we got 4 people here, and they're all friends.
Yeah, one of them's me. Anyway, anyway, so
even if there were Chinese viewers, look, I respect the Chinese people. I do not respect your government.
Fair enough.
End of story.
So this goes way back. So first we start with the streamer Akai Hato, also known as Hachima, who you may famously know as the one who cooked a spider.
Huh? No.
Okay, we can get
what?
We can get into that one. We can get
like
yeah, she did some cursed cooking streams, and she cooked a tarantula and ate it.
Wow. Balls.
Anyway, so she was looking over some of her YouTube analytics on stream, and Taiwan existed, and she mentioned it, and that pissed off the Chinese.
Pissed off the government.
Yeah, and of course, so then she starts getting piled on by Chinese viewers for acknowledging Taiwan existing. And then then Kiryu Coco covers that in her own like she had at least like a little news segment Asakoko, like a little blog thing.
I think I do know Asakoko. At least I've heard the name
Yeah.
before. It's
Yeah,
sounds very
Asakoko.
familiar.
I don't know if you ever played. There was a joke at one point where like, yeah, you can get Asakoko now in like a variety of different forms. Like we got plug type Asakoko and injection type Asakoko and breathe in type Asakoko and powder type where you snort it. And it's
What?
it's her morning news show but in drug form, except plug type. It's a butt plug.
Okay.
Anyway, uh, and so anyway, so she covered this on us on Asakoko. And so then the Chinese started going after her because she also mentioned Taiwan through proxy of or Hachima covering Hachima, and she started getting harassed by the Chinese. And it got to a point where both of them were actually considering like kind of quitting. And so instead of doing that, Hololive was like, "Look, man, like they were trying to like talk with like, hey, man, guy, like China, like, can we like not do this?" And China was basically like, "No, anyone who acknowledges Taiwan needs to like die or something." So instead of like firing those two VTubers or something, they closed down the entire Chinese branch.
Bruh.
And just left China basically. That's what happened with Hololive China there, which you know,
Bruh.
depending on your view on that, you know, that's like
I'd see that as
6
a net
VTubers.
positive.
Right. I mean, that's like 6 VTubers now who had to move on to other things. They might have become VTubers independently or with other companies. I don't really know.
Were they ever? I wonder if they were ever hired back on in different areas, because that's kind of crap that they had to close the whole thing. Did China close them, or did they close it because of China?
Hololive closed it because of China.
Well, then I hope they would have moved their talent around and put them in different areas, like maybe like Japan Hololive or South Korea Hololive or something.
Well, yeah. So the only 3 branches of well, I guess technically there's 4, but 2 of them are Japanese. So, but yeah, the only 3 branches of Hololive currently are Japan, Indonesia, and English. So,
Well, hopefully they would have been moved over to one of the other ones, because you know,
or become staff or something.
yeah, or something, because like,
Like yeah, because like I kind of feel for the talents who kind of had nothing to do with it.
Mhm.
But at the same time, like I don't know, China's got a pretty big market. They could have just become indie VTubers and maybe give it some
China's got
support
a big
on their way out.
market, but China doesn't respect their own market. The majority of China's market is in you know, this is probably a topic for another time, but from what I heard, the majority of their market is in Hong Kong, and they constantly try to like, you know, take over Hong Kong.
Fair.
At least back in the day. But anyway.
Right. But yeah, so yeah, but yeah, so long story short, there's no more Hololive China. And then eventually Kiryu Koko would graduate from Hololive anyway, and well, a very very similar sounding VTuber joined VShojo. She was like one of the kind of founding members of it.
Okay, so it's probably the smooth companies.
Yeah, kind of. It was Keisan. So. Yeah, and so she was like kind of the first kind of like controversy. There was a couple of smaller ones, but they didn't really like. There wasn't a lot of time for them to really get in there. A lot of people like will cling on to Mano Aloe, but which was also an unfortunate situation. But like she really didn't last that long. I think she streamed like once.
That's not a
and
lot.
she was very cute, but you can find her now as Delutaya on an indie VTuber. She's more like a music focused one. So and she's pretty good. And I think the other like biggest like VTuber controversy for Hololive would probably be Uruha Roshia. She got her ass fired.
Oh, what'd she do?
So what happened was it so kind of a long, convoluted story, but she started getting harassed by her fans because there was so she was a kind of a girlfriend experience kind of character, right?
Okay.
Which already opens the door to some stuff.
Yeah.
But there was some things that might have happened in one stream that may have maybe hinted that she was in a relationship IRL. And well, you know how Japanese neets
Yeah.
fucking love harassing girls for having men in their lives.
I think this is one of the ones I did hear about, where like she was like basically like dating her chat, but she had a real life man in her life, and then all the incels found out and started harassing her and got her booted off the internet, something like that.
Hey, it's kind of like that. You know that's a story that happens a lot. With girlfriend experience VTubers. But there's a bit of extra stuff because basically that's kind of how it wound up. She wound up talking to, like, I guess venting to or something like a friend of hers, but that friend of hers happened to maybe be a drama tuber.
Oh. Okay.
Who then put out a video like, "Oh, that big drama in Hololive, this is happening," and so they had to fire her because, oh well, you know, you kind of let out some company like information that you shouldn't.
Yeah. That NDA you
So-
signed is burning a hole through your pocket as we speak.
Yeah. So that NDA, yeah, you just end your DA.
You end
Right.
your DNA.
Yeah, something like that.
You've been cut out of the
so-
VTubing gene pool.
So yeah, so she got fired from Hololive. She eventually went and joined V Shoujo. She was Nazuna Amamiya or something like that. She was Nazuna. She then at some point actually left V Shoujo. She got to keep the Nazuna IP, but she left V Shoujo and went back to her own channel of Mike Neko. And around that time is when a lot of shit came out.
Ooh. What kind of shit?
And well, for starters, it's like, yeah, that thing that kind of hinted toward her having a relationship with somebody, IRL, was absolutely true. Which I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. VTubers having their own lives IRL, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
That
that's
just makes
like
sense to me.
that's like being mad that Chris Pratt isn't actually dating Angelina Jolie or something shit.
That's like being mad that, like, I don't fucking know. Just like let people have fucking lives. I get, like, you know, I kind of understand a little bit of the idol culture. Just like, oh, she's got to be pure, but at the end of the day, it's like, no, as long as she's cute and she's having fun and she's entertaining, what the fuck is what the fuck else do you want? Anyway, yeah. Anyway, but not only was she just in a relationship with this guy, she was married to him at the time.
That's fair. That's fine.
This guy happened to be a popular Japanese music artist, Mafu Mafu.
I don't know who that is. Awesome. But okay.
That is okay. However, what kind of turned into even bigger drama was, and at some point, I think she, at least for a while, gained the unofficial title of the Amber Heard of Japan.
Oh no.
So, as it turns out, she was very possessive, clingy, and abusive to Mafu Mafu. This came out this came out getting leaked onto like another like a Japanese tabloid, and then Mafu Mafu's like, I didn't want to talk about this IRL, but it already came out, so yes, here's how this went. And he kept like names, like we're not talking names. She talked about some of it, and she didn't hide names. So
This is what we call in the industry a bitch move.
yeah, so at the end of the day, like, I don't know, she's been trying to kind of pick up her VTubing career again, and it's, I don't know how successful it is. But
It
yeah,
sounds
they
like
wound
it's
up
not
getting-
very.
they wound up getting divorced, and so because I think they were in divorce proceedings towards the end of her time at Hololive, actually. So
They're probably divorced by this point then.
yeah,
That
they've
sucks.
definitely been divorced for a while now. So
That sucks,
um,
but also good for Mafu if he was the victim in an abusive relationship. Like, Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what would be worse. What would be worse, an abusive male in a relationship or an abusive female? Because
Well, I don't
I
know.
get abusive male is like they leave more damage, but at least people will believe you when you say that they're abusive, right?
Right. I mean, it kind of depends because, like, obviously, there's multiple ways to abuse people,
Hmm.
and I mean, like, yeah, when people think abusive male, they probably think physically abusive. Like, that's just what they immediately jump to.
Right.
But
And
there's
actually,
just as many guys who are abusive in other ways, and
yeah. Um, you know what? This is just reminding me of some stuff that's going on in my life at the moment. So,
oh no.
but not to me, but to somebody I know, and uh, yeah, that is right. There are some guys that are like manipulative in a different sense. Oh my God! What happened
Yeah.
to your toenail, little puppy? Oh my God!
Oh no. But anyway, yeah. Also, if you believe you're in an abusive relationship, there are hotlines and stuff, and
Yes. One eight
and tools to
hundred
reach out.
help
Please,
me.
you know, 1-800 hire a hitman. No, just kidding. Don't
1-800 kill shot.
kill shot.
I don't even know if
Anyway,
that would work. That probably doesn't.
no, that's too many. That's too many letters.
Well, actually, if you do only one L,
I suppose.
kill shot, but you missed an L.
But yeah. But yeah. So those are kind of like the bigger like Hololive ones. They I think lost another one for talking to someone outside of company, and but like they were a little more gracious about that one, where like they let her say like a final goodbye to her viewers, and um you know, obviously Hololive's always been a lot better at PR with that kind of thing, where they just like, you know, we're instead of being like, here's their list of crimes, like Niji Sanji did to Doki Bird, um,
I
you know,
actually
they're just like,
wonder.
hey, you know,
I wonder if you know the person I heard of a drama. I don't know who it was, but I remember there was a drama of a VTuber who had a like a secret OnlyFans that they used their model and stuff in it. I don't know who it
I
was.
feel like I heard that before, but I don't know.
Yeah, I remember it being like a big thing because like them on stream are very like wholesome and cute and innocent and funny and stuff and
Hmm.
like um people didn't like it was completely like out of left field for them. And for them to use their model and everything else, like it became a very big like scandal. I don't remember who it was, but I remember there was somebody who had something like that going on. I wonder if you knew
You
who
know,
they were.
I don't know. I am noticing. We're I'm starting to run a little low on time here. We got about another half hour before I have to go, so
Oh,
we
okay,
might
okay.
want
Well,
to.
let's speed it up then. Well, so okay, then let's do. We definitely want to do the last thing that I have on my list. So the next two ones. Do
Right.
we want to talk about some indie VTuber scandals, or should we talk about the future of the industry, corporo versus indie?
You know, as fun as it is talking about scandals, I think we should probably go for like, you know, just kind of what the future of the industry is looking like.
Sure, sure.
And so
I'll just make a
yeah,
quick
go ahead.
message of some scandals that happened recently. Cinder, Kirsha, uh, and stuff. Because like those, if you haven't heard about those scandals that have been going on, check it out. Cinder basically.
Oh, but
Um,
on a positive note, out of kind of out of the Cinder thing is if you are familiar with Alicia X Life, Alicia X Death, whatever. Alicia,
oh yeah.
she she kind of got involved with that because there was a not no, it wasn't Cinder. Never mind. There was a drama tuber or something that was trying to slander Doki Bird, and that's what Alicia got involved with. But but Alicia, because that drama tuber had tried to clickbait title something about Alicia having cancer. Because Alicia had because Alicia had cancer, and she like made it clear I don't want people clickbait titling that about my cancer. When her YouTube account got hacked, and of course this drama tuber immediately like VTuber with cancer gets their account hacked on their video, and she's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And that was like a couple years back, and then
I just recently
then this
got
person
into
tried
them
to slander
too.
Doki Bird, right? And so this person like tries to slander Doki Bird, and Alicia's like, "Yo, hey, remember me, bitch?" Yeah, and like just
I'm back, motherfucker.
nothing nice. Yeah, it had nothing nice to say about this person. And then, but then like the next week we find out, hey, guess what? Alicia beat cancer, and I was very happy.
Yeah, I didn't hear about like anything with the cancer stuff because I just recently got into them. Like I just started watching some of their content, watching like Bill Burr's stuff and other things like that.
Oh yeah,
so
she didn't make a huge deal out of it, at least on stream. She didn't hide it. She talked about it, but she never made it like a thumbnail or a focus. She didn't want to be known as the cancer VTuber. She just but yeah, she recently beat it.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
And I'm very happy for her.
I don't know where I can go and say congratulations if she's got to post somewhere, but I'll have to figure that out later. But yeah, so a couple indie VTuber dramas. Cinder's one, Kirsha's one. Kirsha unjustly is being targeted by, I think, Vosh is who's targeting them.
Like we should pay attention to what Vosh has
right?
to say. Anyway.
Vosh, the discredited and stupid, like they were never.
Oh yes, I hate. The guy is like, yes, I hate lollies. Also has a lolly folder. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, is that Vosh? No, it's not that one. No, wait, what is it?
Yeah, no, that was Vosh. He had like.
No, that's Vosh.
Matsuri.
I mean, it's not Vosh who was attacking Kirsha. It's kind of like the word Vosh. But it's a newspaper, a gaming newspaper.
Oh, like okay. In that
like
case,
TMZ,
yeah, we definitely don't need to worry. Oh yeah, well in that case, we definitely don't need to worry about it because I mean, come on, who the fuck pays attention to that anymore? The gaming media, like gaming journalism, has been dead for a while now because nobody can take it seriously because it's just full of, oh, this is why company A is sexist, or
yeah. Well, the thing is that the big thing about it, the reason why it was kind of big was because the person who was creating the allegations against Kirsha was also a VTuber, and they were working for this company. So they were kind of just basically doing it to anti-clout Kirsha, because Kirsha was, like, not wanting to go and do a collab with them or some shit. Like, it was some kind of bullshit thing like that.
Game journalists need to make money, make money playing the tutorials of games and dying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuphead. I can't get through the tutorial. You tell us you're that bad at games without telling us you're that bad at games.
Bruh. Yeah, right. But like the good ending, I guess, for the Kirsha situation is that she got them to retract all their statements, and that VTuber was fired from the company because of her threatening a lawsuit.
Right, well, because
it works.
At some point, enough is enough, and just because you disagree with their politics doesn't mean you get to just, like, fucking harass them, so...
Yeah, like, there is no reason to be mean unless you are countering someone who is mean. Like, that, I don't know, you give what you take, you take what you give.
And even then, if you choose to not be mean, that's, like, kind of makes you look better. So.
Yeah. But anyway, future of the industry. Do you think that there's going to be more, like, do you think corporates or corporate industries for VTubers are kind of slowly fading out. I feel like they're kind of fading out.
I think so too. The way they, like Hololive kind of peaked, and they're a little, they're even kind of losing a little bit here. Niji Sanji, I mean, shit, dude. I think
they're on their death store already.
No disrespect to the most of the of the talents at Niji Sanji. The ones I would mean disrespect for, you, well, they know who they are. No disrespect towards the most of the talents at the company, but I do hope that the Niji Sanji sinks in a yacht in the Sea of Japan.
A yacht, not a flute. They gotta get.
Riku Tazumi's yacht. There was a tag when the Doki Bird thing was happening, where there was just sink the yacht and talking about Riku Tazumi's yacht.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I think the faster that one goes down, the better. But I think VShojo, I think VShojo could afford to maybe expand a little more, possibly, and I think they might be working on that. But as far as Hololive goes, I don't see them. I think they could probably do another generation or two, but honestly, they're probably at a point where it's better to focus on who they do have than bringing on a bunch more.
Yeah,
and
they're
they're really cooking with their. Holy shit. Uh-oh, what? Huh?
Internet. We missed that whole last sentence.
Oh, okay. I said they're really cooking with their most recent English VTubers.
Yeah.
Hololive Justice, Gen 4. Was it 4? Yeah, 4. Holy shit. Those are some very entertaining streamers. Like Gigi Burin and Cecilia Immigreen are like
good. They're good shit. Uh-oh. And that's the internet. Connection drop. Blah. Yep.
shit.
Connection drop.
Shit.
Blah.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm reconnecting.
It's good. Well,
all right. I was starting to say Gigi Morin and Cecilia Immigreen are probably some of the funniest VTubers I've seen in a while. But that being said, there's been a lot of success for people who leaving corporations and striking it on their own. Doobie's doing great.
Yeah, Doki Bird is the big one.
Doki Bird is huge. Mint Phantom is doing great.
Like one of the biggest VTubers of all time right now, the queen of VTubing. She's also indie, isn't she? Iron Mouse? Isn't she indie?
Iron Mouse started indie. She's VShojo.
Oh, I didn't know if she was still indie or not.
Yeah, no. Like VShojo started different too. To be honest, they were a collection of indies who got together and made a corpo basically. Yeah.
Kind of like the thing that that me, Pikia, and the rest of us are trying kind of doing. We're trying to make that into a thing.
Well, like some sort of like VTuber alliance, like we talked about in earlier days. Yeah,
it is basically like a VTuber alliance kind of thing. We haven't done a lot with it just because everybody kind of does their own things. We all have our own schedules and shit. Oh wait, did I ever tell you the name of it?
What's it?
It's V-IRL. It's viral.
VIRL? Viral. Ah, I like it.
It's great.
That's
it's
cute.
A great name.
Right.
But it's I mean, maybe one day it'll kick off a lot more, but we're all kind of like in our own, own spaces. I mean, Joker is in it, and he's doing really good. So who knows? I know that Pikia has ended her streaming completely. Because, well, I mean, Pikia was really big. I don't know if you knew who they are, but they were really big back in the day. They had multiple thousands of followers on Twitter. They would get 20 viewers per stream on Twitch. They were pretty big for a while, but then Twitter started shadow banning them and banning every account they made. Gross, yeah. So they it just got to the point where they just decided they're done. And now we have Rolly,
Damn you,
who
Elon.
well, I mean, this happened before Elon took over. So this is just something that's been continued.
I'm still gonna blame Elon.
It's fine. Either way. I wonder how much Elon actually has control over X anyway. But either way.
Regardless, I'm still gonna blame Elon. It's just funnier that way.
That's fine. That's fine.
Like,
Stick to your
I like to
spaceships.
blame Elon anytime I have. I like to blame Elon every time I have internet outages because I unfortunately have to use his internet. So.
Oh, wait, you have internet outages with Starlink?
Starlink. Well, it's probably partially because of where I have the satellite dish thing. I don't have it on my roof.
Oh, well,
There's a little bit of foliage blockage.
you gotta put it on top of the tree.
I would love to, but I don't have the time nor resources to get up that high. So
Maybe what you should get is you should get like a ladder that extends and put it on the end of the ladder and just lean it up against your house.
that's something I considered. Or just getting a tall pole.
A tall pole, yeah. Just have a hydraulic powered pole. Just ba
But the main issue with the pole.
Just,
But the main issue with the pole is that I'd have to like get it rooted into the ground and whatnot, and also my landlord might not like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it might be a little better once you do that, but either way, either way, I honestly think that indies are going to probably be a lot more. I don't know. I feel like indies. There are two types of indies: those that make it and those that end after a couple years.
See, that's the thing is that like while I think they're definitely more the future of VTubing than corpos, there's also like I think corpos are still going to be an important part of it because the thing is, the VTubers are extremely saturated.
Yeah.
Like
at the
there's thousands of us.
moment. Yeah. At the moment, yeah.
And there are so many that we don't know and probably never will know.
Mm-hmm. There are a ton of
and
tiny
it's just-
VTubers like myself, and like you.
Right.
We're all tiny. But like, yeah, like it's just because it's such a revolutionary concept. Having a oh no.
Fucking Elon.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, exactly. Should be reconnecting here. Yeah, there we go.
It's good. It's good.
Maybe not. Come on, bring up my options. Give me the thing.
I think that like VTubing is like a revolutionary thing for people who want to get into streaming because the biggest problem that a lot of people have with streaming is just showing their face. Like a lot of people don't want to do that, and they think the content if their face isn't showing isn't as good. And VTubing just kind of bridges that gap to people, and that's why we have a ton of VTubers all over the place.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a big thing. Is like it helps with the privacy, and it helps like and there are some who really want to be like an idol.
Yeah, and a lot of people just don't. They want to have like they want to have a logo or a brand thing, and it helps.
Right. Right, and one thing that's nice about with VTube, like you can be an idol while not really fitting into what your typical idol, requirements are. Like there are several people in Hololive that are definitely older than your usual cutoff limit for idols. Because like most people like, or in Japan, like most IRL idols, like once you turn 25, that's it. You're too old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 40-year-olds.
I'm fairly certain there's at least like a few who are like mid-30s to maybe even 40.
I know there's a few.
Hololive.
You know, I have seen. There was a VTuber I saw. The oldest VTuber I've ever seen is like 60 or like 70. Like the
Wow.
IRL, they're actually like 60 or 70.
Mm-hmm.
And they act like that too. I don't know who.
Oh, okay. So like Grandma Tells Stories VTuber, that would be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be really cute, actually. I would love to like just do a. That sounds like someone I wouldn't mind having a collab with. Just like, hey, Grandma, let's hang out for a little bit, you know?
Yeah, it's something like that. They do a lot more like, the person I'm remember watching, they were like they collabed with someone else, and it came up with the idea of like what they were, but they acted like, I don't know, they didn't act 70 or 60 or whatever their age was. I think their age was around 60 something, like late 60s.
Yeah.
And they were more just kind of like, I don't know, they acted like a late 30s, like rowdy, kind of out of college, but trying to settle kind of vibes, and
Understandable.
asking
And I mean, hey,
questions, and asking questions about everything.
Yeah, I mean, when you're up at that age, like, there's only two ways to go. You can either become cranky and old, or you can
The
just
party
kind of
grandma.
find a second wind and be the cool grandma. Yeah. You know, honestly, that kind of reminds me, not quite like grandma, but or not quite grandma, excuse me, but I don't know if you've heard of the streamer Otsuka Ray.
No.
Okay. So she's one who's kind of recently gained popularity, but she's been streaming for a little bit, at least a year. She's been a VTuber for at least a year, maybe a little over a year now. Her thing is that she's a single mother living in Japan,
Oh, maybe I have heard of this person.
and her daughter is she incorporates her daughter into it, and like in a healthier way. It's not like, oh, okay, it's time to stream, you have to stop whatever you do. It's just like, yeah, you know, her daughter's free to come and go as she pleases, but her daughter is got her own little model there, and yeah, so Otsuka Ray and her
That's
daughter
fun.
Reika.
That is fun.
And it's adorable. Reika, I think, actually turns 5 here in a couple months.
Hmm.
So Reika is technically the youngest VTuber.
So
But I thought it was a very interesting and neat decision that she decided to have like her daughter incorporated in there. But like, I think it makes sense for her situation.
So that actually kind of gives me an idea. If you got like, if you ended up with like an IRL, BF, GF, spouse, whatever it is that you would want, would you like get a VTuber model for them, so that way both you guys can hang out on a stream or something?
I think that would depend on whether or not they were interested in joining in on my streams.
Well, let's say they are.
Then absolutely, I would probably work on, you know, setting things up so that we can stream in the same space.
I would,
And
I
whatnot,
would do
and
too.
stream together.
Actually,
you
that'd
know,
be
like-
that's kind of a vibe. Wait, what? That oh. Has there ever been like a couch vibe for VTubers before?
Couch vibe.
Like, you know how Game Grumps is a couch vibe?
You know, I'm not entirely sure.
I wonder if there is. If there isn't a couch vibe, like two people who are both VTubers who are like right next to each other playing the same video game. Uh-oh. Maybe like on a Switch or on a console of some kind, and they can just pass the controller
Sorry,
to each other.
sorry, Elon like shat on my connection again there.
The curse of Musk strikes twice.
Fucking Elon. I think it's like the third time now.
This is the third, yeah.
Anyway.
This is the hat trick.
Yeah, the hat trick. There we go. Anyway, god damn it. Anyway,
like
so
two
no, I don't know
people.
if we've had like a game grind style of VTubing.
I would
But,
totally think that would fly like really well.
That
Like-
would be real fun. Yeah, I think that would work great.
Like two people who are like both on their own like setup, but they both play off of like the same like video game, or like let's say, I guess the way you would do it is you have like two computers, both of them running VTube Studio, both with their own model. Oh, you gotta do the password right.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't do it right. Hang on.
But both of them are like on a couch and they're playing a console game, and that console game is being sent to their TV, but also sent to the computer. And you have both models like
Right.
sitting on a virtual couch and playing, while they're both actually on the same couch playing. That'd be kind of sick. And it would only take like two
Yeah.
computers, really. Plus a console. Like,
Yeah. Right. I mean, there's there's some. I think there's ways to do like multiple VTube studios on one computer, and you could just
You
have
can.
them run on different cameras too. So,
I
um,
don't know about the multiple camera part, but I do know you can.
no, I
do
mean,
two
you just have
different
to.
ones.
I think you just have to. I mean, again, I don't know, but I think you just have to have two webcams plugged in, and then set each window of VTube Studio to one camera or the other.
Yeah, that there probably is a way to do that. I know I have set up before 2 instances of VTube Studio off the same camera.
Mhm.
And I've had 2 cameras connected to my computer, but I think there was a problem with them when I tried to do it. Because I think in VTube Studio, it only has like an option for USB camera, not specifically whichever one it is.
Mhm.
But you might be able to like change the name of the driver or the camera in like computer systems.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, because I know mine tries to pick up my my Valve Index headset actually as a camera as well. So,
Yeah, it does that for me too. I've had that happen.
right, that's because it has front cameras, and those are actually available to be used. So,
I know it does it with my mic all the time.
oh yeah. Yeah, I got some software that tries to pick up the VR headset mic too.
So, you want to ready to do the final segment of this podcast?
Yeah, let's do that.
So for the final segment, I had a funny idea. Why don't we, together with the chat, make a VTuber mascot for the podcast?
That sounds very funny and cute.
Yee. Could be cute. Could be funny. Could be a bunny. Or honey. A bee, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
So basically, like, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up with an idea for them, and I'm gonna use novel AI as a source to generate an image of them.
Okay.
We'll do like all kinds of descriptors and shit too. Image generator.
Is it? VTuber, they are an onion. Oh, we have layers?
We have layers. Oh wait, is it gonna be an onion VTuber? Hold up.
I don't know. I'm just going off of what Mythos said.
Well, you know what? We could incorporate that. You know what? That's a good idea. Let's incorporate onion into the model somehow, or into the
Okay.
VTuber. So, are they eating an onion? Are their powers onion? Are they an
I mean,
onion?
if we go off of like looking like an onion, is like, oh, it's gonna look a lot like Minato Aqua did. Anyway,
I don't know who that is.
former Hololive, they called her an onion because her hair and the way like it shined and whatnot kind of looked like a red onion.
Mm-hmm. So, onion, of some kind. Are they an onion farmer?
Oh, that'd be funny. An onion farmer VTuber. There we go.
Onion farmer. I'm just gonna type onion farmer, and we'll see what that generates into it. What gender are they? Or I guess sex.
Is that, I don't know. Everyone loves a female VTuber.
Are they a female VTuber or are they a boy?
You know what? No, men's health awareness. Let's make it a guy.
Men's Health Awareness Month. It's a boy. What age? Like, in like roughly, are they like?
Let's put him in his mid-30s.
mid 30s? Oh my god! All right, older male. All right. So he's an onion farmer. That's their occupation. Are they an animal tuber? Or are they? Oh my god, gone again. Elon, 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 Elon. Musk. Uh
Elon Musk.
oh. Have you
Man,
ever
that one
seen?
like was a pretty.
That was a long one, yeah. But have you
Yeah.
seen Dan versus?
I can say I have.
It's a show that was on Nickelodeon, and it was basically
Oh
this
yeah, I didn't
short
watch a lot of
dude.
Nickelodeon.
So the concept of this show was it's a short dude with a like goatee and hair. Like it was kind of a weird show because it was more for older or like mid teens and stuff because they would be they'd have some weird situations. But it's basically this short. He reminds me of Trevor from GTA 5.
Oh, that could be funny. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a short guy like that who just all he wants to do is just be in his apartment, read or do whatever he does. I don't know what he does in his apartment. He does stuff in his apartment. But whatever he does, he just wants to be left alone. But the universe constantly throws things at him. Like one of them was like, what was the funniest Dan versus? I think it was Dan versus tax fraud.
Oh hell yeah.
Which was really funny because he ended up like robbing a bank or some shit in it.
And this was on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Nickelodeon. It was a funny show.
That's wild.
But every time that we do the Elon Musk thing, Elon Musk, because every episode of Dan versus, he always starts it by yelling whoever he's versing, like IRS, like or like I think one of them was like Dan versus Disney was one of them too, which was kind of funny. Disney.
It's amazing.
Great show.
Yeah.
Anyway, so onion farmer, older male. Are they themselves an animal like furry-esque thing or something else?
We could give him a. You know what? Let's give him like a I don't want to be like furry, but like, and we could give him like an ox kind of.
Ox vibe? You think ox? Actually,
Yeah, because
wait.
you know that makes sense for like farming.
Yeah, oh yeah. That does. Ox works. What animals eat onions?
Good question. I mean, humans, but
Well, yeah. Deer, rabbits, squirrel, and rodents.
Interesting.
Ooh. What if he's like a... Wait, is there an ox animal? Or like an ox... What do they call it? Like, it's a... Something that could be
A
like
bovine?
something. No. Something that could be like something. Like a stand-in kind of thing.
Well, if we're
I'm trying to
talking
think
like
of the
the if we're talking like the animal like family name, bovine would be like oxes, cows.
No, I mean like something that is a stand-in for a thing, but it's not the thing. Like it's a like I'm trying to think of an Avatar Avatar: The Last Airbender universe version of an ox.
I don't know. But if we wanted to go off of something that's a little more like, you know, something that would eat an onion, he could be like a deer because those could be like have some big horn or antlers.
Antlers, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Flying bison, sky bison. That's two on the nose. All right, yeah, let's go deer. So,
Yeah.
deer, person, antlers. What kind of clothing should they have?
Definitely he needs to be in like, I'm gonna say like a nice shirt and overalls. A little bit of dirt on the knees of the overalls, and he's got some boots, and he's got himself a. I don't know if a cowboy hat would work that well with the antlers. But maybe like a handkerchief or an ascot like a neck to kind of like help wear off the or like kind of wipe off sweat or whatnot when he's working.
A dirty ascot. All right, all right, all right.
Yeah, sure. And then ooh.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna generate what we have so far. So he's like an onion farmer, older male, deer person, antlers, dirty white shirt, overalls, dirty ascot, farm field, and onions. I'm gonna say holding an onion. Oh. Oh no! No! No!
Uh-oh. What'd you get?
I'm gonna share this to you,
Okay.
and I'm gonna figure out how to get this on stream.
Uh Let me see.
This is something.
Oh.
Oh my.
Honestly, beautiful, perfect.
Beautiful,
I'm not furry,
perfect.
but like he looks exactly like something like a joke.
He is perfect. Alright, I'm gonna generate another
He's
one.
perfect as he is.
Oh no!
Somebody will
It got worse.
Somebody will thirst for him. Sorry, I got it.
I generated it again and it got worse.
Oh boy. Oh, that's funny. I actually really like that one too.
Oh Jesus. Alright, guys, I'm gonna show you what we're making here. So let me get that pulled up here for you.
Let me get back in the stream again, because god damn it, Elon.
God damn the man in the
Honestly, I think that last one is like the most recent one is like the best. He's just really funny.
That it is pretty funny.
It is very funny. There we go.
All right, if we can move over to the like you move over to the right a little bit, I'm gonna move over to the left. Just a tad.
This is about as far as I get before like I'm off screen.
Yeah, that's just right there. I'll be over on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the thing. So here's what we made. Wonderful onion farming, dude. But there's also this one. I don't know which
yeah, they're both amazing. You know what? Yeah, chat, you vote. Which one you like more?
Which one is gonna be the mascot for today's stream? The onion farming deer man with an ascot and overalls. Jeez. This guy looks like he'd appear in a Zelda game.
Yeah.
He's got that nose, he's got those eyebrows, those eyes.
Yeah, he does. He looks like he'd appear in a Zelda game. And I'm certain he would definitely be Deer Man, no competition. They're both Deer Man.
They're both Deer Man. The bald one? So you're saying this one here?
The bald one, or the one that looks more like a deer? Yeah. Okay. So you're saying the bald one? Okay.
That one's a funny one. But
that
this
one's
one
very
just,
funny. I thought it was hilarious.
This one reminds me a lot of what's that one anime with the wolf and the bunny? Beastars.
I didn't watch it, but yeah, I was supposed to say Beastars, I think. Yeah.
I'm gonna generate another one. Let's see how it goes. Oh,
Okay.
wait, hold up.
Oh.
That's kind of.
Uh-oh.
I don't
Are you
know.
becoming a furry?
Uh. Nah. Nah.
No, but he does. Yeah, he definitely fits the bill that we're looking for too.
Okay, wait. Alright, we found the best one. Here's the best one. Best one for the night. More deer aesthetic, but he's just like a lot better.
Oh yeah, he looks like he's after a hard day's work, and he's just like, man, I really just can't wait to get home and see my wife.
He's looking for
Anyway.
Mrs. Deer. He's coming
He's
back
looking for
home
Ms.
from
Deer.
He's coming back
He's
home
looking
from
for
the. Sorry, go ahead.
He's looking for Haruka.
He's coming home looking for Haruka after he went in the sunflower fields picking onions for some fucking reason.
Right.
You grow the onions with the sunflowers to give them a sunny disposition.
Yeah. The onions need to be
They need to be in the sun. Flower.
Yeah, they need to be in the sunflowers. Anyway.
Well, that is it. That's our mascot for this stream.
Mhm.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Madoka, where can the audience find you if you want them to find you?
Well, as long as they're cool with a lot of weird shit, they can find me on pomf.tv under the name Madoka Tokisaki.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a Twitter
Mhm.
or other?
Twitter, twitter.com at Madoka Tokisaki.
There you go. Twitter.com/Madoka Tokisaki. Do you know how to spell that?
Yeah,
Or maybe
here,
I
let
can-
me just type it in the chat.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
It's judging in silence. Wow. Yep, there you go. Madoka Tokisaki on Twitters. You can check them out there. But for well, you know what? Fitting that Elon would come and sweep the day. At the very end. But damn.
fuck it, Elon. Okay, well,
Yeah,
whatever.
well,
I
I
don't think
guess-
I need to
I guess
reconnect
that's
at this
it.
point.
Yeah, Elon has guys basically just pulled the plug.
Elon's trying to boot me off this goddamn stream.
Damn it. Damn it.
Alright.
Well, thank you, Madoka, for coming on to the Slime podcast, the Slimocast here today. Very much
Yeah.
appreciate you being here.
Mhm.
And to all of you who are watching and being awesome people here on the stream, thank you so much for coming and for watching. I will see you guys next time, which tomorrow we're going to be having some kind of, I don't know, some kind of game stream. I don't know what it is yet. We're doing something. But this next week, I should be releasing tonight the stream schedule for next week. It's going to be a little weird because, actually, no, I don't have a, you know what, actually, I can't do a stream tomorrow. There's some stuff happening IRL, so gonna have to work on that, but you guys will check it out, or I'll be posting my schedule in the Discord. If you like the content you watched here today, please subscribe and like down below, and give a comment if you would like. Any questions in the future or anything that you want us to talk about in the future, we'll do. Next time, the next podcast is going to be about AI, so check that out next Sunday or Monday next week, either way. But for now, have a good night. Let's go. See you later. Stay slimy.
Yeah.